Hey there, YouTube. I guess it's enough stalling on splitting the tractor. Might as well start on it. Waiting for parts for the Thunderbird. So, not much I can do on there right now. See what we can get done on here. It's like April 11th and the weather is really bad outside. We're having a blizzard. Getting snow, sleet, rain and hail and drifting. So I may speed up the video here in some places. This will actually be my first time splitting an 806. I have split my M, but quite a bit of difference between an 806 and an M. So I might not do everything quite the right way here. It's not wanting to come out of there. Get all the bolts out of the hood. No turbo on this guy. Some of my bolts are IH bolts. And some are cap bolts. Some are 1/2 inch, some are 9/16. Probably a good idea to put the fuel cap back on so you don't get a bunch of junk in there. You can see some of the shift linkages here. That's the high-low, and reverse, high-low, and the 1 through 4 is over there. And get these batteries out of the way. For you guys that are not familiar with some of these older tractors like this is a 6-volt battery. It's roughly 2 volts per section. There's another 6-volt battery on the other side. So one of these is hooked negative to the frame. The other one goes positive to the negative on the other battery. Then that other battery's positive goes to the electrical starter, whatnot, to make up a total of 12 volts. On a 24 volt system, there'll either be 4 of these batteries or 2 big batteries, and it'll be wired the same. Once we get both batteries out of the way, I believe I gotta get that bolt out and a couple bolts up here so the fuel tank can be loose. And since this tractor came from a construction company, all their equipment is set up with a battery disconnect. There's also a few other things we'll have to take it apart before it gets split. Power wire, cooler lines, tack cable. He wasn't even very tight anyways. Snug that up so there's no issues with the solenoid. That's on the wrong side. It's pretty tight. A lot of times guys will hook these battery disconnects up on the ground side because you tend to have one ground where you might have multiple positive connections. Hey, you wouldn't have had to take these lines off like that. Could have did them right here. But I had left them loose when I had the MCV apart. So these power steering lines have to be taken off. Well, I scrubbed and vacuumed this for a while with the wire brush and it still looks pretty bad. I'm gonna go pull the starter out, get that out of the way to make it a little bit easier to get at the lines, and I'm gonna end up washing it with the pressure washer. Hopefully that'll get a little bit more stuff off, and then I'll just have to let my floor dry, put a fan on it. I don't really like working on a slick floor. Well, my old LED treble light went dead on me, so I got the wire from the starter button I'm taking off here. Now we got like 3 bolts in the front here. Not very tight. It's weird how some stuff on this tractor is so tight, and then the next thing is barely tight. That one isn't very tight either. Well, that one was somewhat tight. Give myself a little more room here. Take the throttle, linkage completely off. Join back here. Just pull that out. That little guy out of the way. So these are the 2 power steering lines. Not sure you guys can see that. I'm gonna go wash this all off, and then there's not a whole lot to take off before it's ready to split. So I got a coolant line, oil pressure line, this wire, that's oil pressure line, these 2 hoses, and then there's a couple bolts back here. I think that's where I'm gonna end her off today, because after I get done washing that, I'm not going to be out here working on it for a while. So tune in for the next episode of splitting the 806. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And why don't you go hit that little bell so you get the notifications of the future videos. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, check this out. Minnesota, April 11th, 2019. This was all gone 2 days ago and it was almost 70 degrees. Yuck.